And the other one is, I'll just book a fucking shithole in Phuket. I mean, not quite shithole ghetto in Miami or Morning Grizzlies. We're off on the Thong Marine National Park tour today, full day tour. It's an area of like 40 odd islands, and those magnificent ones are just thrusting out from the sea, covered in jungle. Look forward to that. You can walk up to the top of one of them, get a great view. I think some areas we used in the Danny Boyle film, The Beach, with Leonardo DiCaprio. Bit of kayaking, bit of snorkeling. The instructions didn't say whether to wear trainers or not for the walk, so last minute I threw them on just in case. Said to bring swimming shorts. I've been wearing them since I touched down a week and a half ago. I haven't worn anything else. But it also said bring slippers. I'm not sure if there's some sort of Little Mermaid supper going on with Triton and Ariel and Sebastian down at the bottom of the sea. I'm assuming he meant flip-flops. Yeah, it's going to be another hot one. So plastering the Factor 50 on and looking forward to a nice little day out. Popped off for a bit of snorkeling at the first island. Water is as stunning as you'd imagine, and the scenery is to match. Not quite reminding me of Dartmoor in the UK. Although they got the similar sort of rocky crags sticking out. But the difference is it's not pissing down with rain. Miserable, wet, cold, £100 Bergen rucksack on, rifle or machine guns in my arms, and 7 days of arduous exercise ahead, which is nice. Those days are behind me. Yeah, it's an amazing little island. This one is, he said it's called Wow Island, because it is wow, and I will be honest, it is. It's stunning because you can't actually, well, you could climb up and get on it, but it's not like a beach. You could walk up onto the island. And it's got the overhangs of it and the dark shadows underneath. So I'm going to go and have a little swim under in a sec. And it's movie scene. You can see why so many movies would choose this place to film, and why so many people want to come here, because it is just paradise. Stunning. Yeah, so I'm going to put the phone away now and go and enjoy myself. A little bit of cramp actually from the epic bike ride in the sun yesterday. Salt levels, I think, I've fully recovered. Swim that off. Though he's up for talking on the boat. Detecting a lot of German accents, a couple of French, can suss out the other ones, a couple of British ones, can't mistake them. Probably haven't rumbled me yet, so I haven't spoken to anyone, apart from heckling the tour guide. He said no number ones or number two, number ones in the toilet on a boat, no number twos. I said, what about number threes?
On the boat we have small toilet here. Here is small toilet. A marine toilet, you can take only number one. Don't take number two, yeah? You know, only pee-pee, no poo-poo, okay?
What about number three?
Number three.
Which reminds me of my mate Denty's wedding a few years back. And I had this little hack where I would bring, like, you know, the Camelback water reserve, put on your back, not like a full backpack one, but just the water bladder bit. I used to take it everywhere, snuck it into festivals, like V Festival, Benicassim in Spain. It's full of like sangria and vodka. And then for the wedding, after that was it, stag do, Benicassim, I had it on underneath my wedding jacket. so you couldn't really see it, or unless you thought I had a little bit of a hunchback. You're not gonna embarrass yourself by asking if you worked there by asking about that. Yeah, so I had this camelback on underneath my jacket, so supping away on sangria and vodka, dishing it out to the lads, of course, reminiscing about the stag do. Sharing's caring. And then towards the end of the night, obviously getting drunk. And anyway, the lads had like their own camper vans and stuff outside, fridges with beer in them. They were bringing in. First he got rumbled because he's like a bonehead. He was drinking his own Magners or Bulmers, some sort of cider, but they didn't sell at the venue. So the guy rumbled him. He's like, mate, we didn't even sell that here. At least be a little bit sort of sneaky and discreet about it. Like me, with your jacket over it. Until I got drunk, I took my jacket off. So I'm walking around with this camelback on. It's like tan desert colour. It's from when I was in the Marines. Eventually this guy clocked me about 4 or 5 times. He seemed looking curiously, and then he seen me sucking from it. So he's approached me, giving it, mate, what's all this about? He's quite young, so he probably did, well, he didn't really know, he just knew it looked a bit suspicious. What's all this about? Obviously trying to rumble me and get me to admit that I was up to no good. And I said, oh mate, don't embarrass me. I said, I'm really sensitive about it. I got type 3 diabetes, and this is my solution, and because I'm drinking as well and I'm out all day, I forget. To make it easier so I don't forget, I put the doctor told me to put the solution in a camelback, and then I could just keep sipping it all day without having to remember. And he believed me. Not only that, he was like all apologetic. I'm really sorry, mate. I'm really sorry for bringing it up. I made a fool of myself. I hope you're not too embarrassed. Brilliant. So it reminded me a little bit of that long-winded version. But yeah, number 3, type 3 diabetes. Boat just left. You probably heard the engine offer. Hope it's not my one. Everyone looking at me dull though. That bonehead. Just floating around out there with his iPhone 15 in his hand. And this is what I came to Thailand for. Ah, man. Amazing. Although, if you listen to the plethora of blokes on my Facebook, and a few women, it was apparently for the lady boys. It's like, I put a post up the other day. It's like, look, do you think a week and a half into my trip of Thailand that I've been posting about, that your original, funny, cutting edge, and not at all like a cheesy, corny uncle, by posting something about ladyboys? I got news for you. It's like that ship sailed. Like a minute after I landed here and posted about being here. Like, I don't care, obviously, I'm not for anything, banter or whatever, and give a toss, what you say. And a few people then reacted, oh, what do you expect, blah, blah. I was like, I don't care that you said it. Bother me. I'm just telling you, you're not being original or funny or anything. Like, it's the first thing everyone says. Boring. Well, I think my boat is actually leaving now. Last man on, as always. Absolutely stunning. The day just started. We got a hike, a bit of kayaking camp. Over at Thong National Park, and yes, isn't this the Thailand we always dream of, think of, and want to see when we get here? And it hasn't disappointed. View from the viewpoint up at the top, it's pretty magnificent. It's pretty sweet down here as well. took us across to another little secluded beach, and then we had lunch. It was nice, like chicken, quite spicy, like green chicken curry, some chicken drumsticks, rice, noodles, fresh fruit, pineapple, and watermelon. There's the stacks of free water and juice on the boats when you stop as well, so you don't have to worry about bringing tank loads of water with you. They will provide it, because you do need to take a lot on board, especially if you're hiking up to the vantage points. After lunch, we got a chance to go on the kayaks. They were 2-seaters, and it was a bit tight for whether we were all going to make it on, so I had to double up with a Russian girl called Lena. We took turns of doing the selfies and videoing while the other one paddled, so it worked out quite well, despite the fact that she couldn't speak English. So she told me. It was when she was like pointing directions of where she wanted to go towards a cave. She was like, "I don't speak English," when I answered her back. Then when we got off and we handed the kayak back, she started speaking English to me. What's your name? How long are you here? Things like that. And then we established once again that nobody knows where Wales is. I mean, we excuse it in like Thailand and South America, Central America, but Russia's in Europe. And all right, I'm not expecting you to have any sort of depth of knowledge about Wales. But if you live in Europe, you'd have at least heard of it. You know, like maybe if you don't really know where it is, you're like, oh yeah, England usually. Or I mean, at least when people say that, you know, you got some sort of understanding, because we are next door to it and we are part of the UK union with England. No, I tried to explain. I said UK. She was like, yeah. Then I tried to explain like Scotland, England, Northern Ireland. I just say Ireland because they've heard of that. Wales. And she was still like, yeah. Then we moved off from that island to the one that we are on now, which is, as you can see, once again, stunning. So it's got to be top marks on the Wolf rating. If you want that classic tropical paradise location, like this is it. You got these small secluded beaches just in the middle of the Gulf of Thailand, so no, not near anywhere. There's no substantial buildings like a tourist area close to it. It's nothing. It's in the middle of nowhere, and the beaches are stunning. Quiet, of course, because it's only people day tripping out on boats and people who live here. You've not just got the beautiful scene beaches. A few meters inland, you just got the sharp rise, magnificent cliffs covered in that deep green tropical jungle broccoli, which I love. Did meet a couple of blokes from South Wales. They pinged the accent when I was doing a video on one of the beaches. They were like definitely Welsh. From Barry near Cardiff. It's based not far from Cardiff Airport near Barry. Quite a while, so we had a little chat about that. They're just out on holiday, so they're heading back next week as well. It's nice to bump into some fellow Welshmen. Right, that's enough talking for me. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my time on this beautiful little desert island and go for a swim. I can't cope with another night in that hotel restaurant. It'll be the third night in a row, as lovely as it is right on the seafront. So it's either I'm going to try and flag down one of those like truck things with a big cage on the back to come past here, or it's going to have to be one of those grab bikes, which would be an experience, sitting on the back of a scooter. Yeah, because I just need to go somewhere else other than the hotel for tonight. And head towards that Lamai area, I think it's called. There's a night market there, so I'll get some food, maybe get a drink and just have a little look, observe what type of place it is. One is 300, I've haggled him down to 150. Probably paid over the odds for that, but oh well, I'm happy. headed down to Lamai. It's quite lively, so I'm gonna have a little look around, get something to eat, see what happens. This would be a cracking little spot if you're in a certain frame of mind. We've got the food market behind us, in front of us. Find yourself some attractive company for the evening. Evening, Grizzlies. I think I've f***ed up. I think I've booked too much time on Koh Samui. It's going to sound mental, isn't it? He's booked 5 nights, the tropical paradise island, and he reckons it's too long. Let me elaborate. So I've been here a week now on Koh Samui. I don't feel like, because first night we went straight to Koh Phangan for the full moon party, so I don't really count. And then 4 days I checked into the W, the luxury retreat, and that was just a place of its own. It didn't really, again, I knew we were on Koh Samui, and I did go for a couple of little ventures out, but that just felt like a standalone destination to me, if that makes sense. It's only since I've left there and I've gone out to explore the island separately, it feels like I'm actually on the island. And where I'm coming from is I went straight off the bat, I booked 5 nights here. 5 nights? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, 5 nights. My maths is on point with the fingers. Thinking that'd be great. There's loads to do here. Absolutely gorgeous island. Day trips out to other little islands around, which I've started doing. So that's just a start. As I was thinking, well, I'll do that and then see how I feel and then extend. I'm not coming across that I've f***ed up because I'm staying on the island for 5 nights. It's a combination of, I booked this place, which again is really nice, beachfront, nice pool, got gym, but its location is just on that main road where you can't walk anywhere. I think I screwed up a little bit with this hotel resort. To get anywhere, you've got to have a boat or a car or a scooter. Other than that, you've got to walk up this busy road like I am. Electrical cables buzzing and snapping above your head. Once I've done the day activity, pretty bored. Now for a lot of people that'll be amazing. You just lay on the beach in the darkness, hang around the little resort area, but I won't mind just a little walk into town. And I could do this town's here. Well, I couldn't walk, it'd take me all night. I get a taxi, but then I'm racking up money on taxis. Spent a lot of them in the last week just getting around because I've been in these isolated locations. I should have thought about it a little bit more, because after a couple of days of because I'd come straight from that. If I'd come from hectic, tourist-driven, parties, town environment into this, then 5 nights here would have been spot on. But I haven't. I've come from 4 nights in luxury retreat, gone straight into not as much luxury, but beachfront, chilled out retreat and nothing else going on. So that's more the reason why. Nothing against Koh Samui. I should have thought about that a little bit more and put myself a little bit closer to somewhere, not like wild nightlife or anything, but just somewhere where I could walk into the town and have a drink, watch the bands, walk around, just have a look at what everyone's getting up to, and you mean night markets and stuff like that, which we haven't got here. And like I said, I don't want to be paying £10 each way for a taxi to get there. So I'm taking the hit for that. I'm taking the blame. I messed up. Well, the options are just deal with it, have a few more nights, just chilling out and relaxing, or move on earlier. And of course, lose out on the money I paid for this place. And the lone wolf inside me is saying, move on. Coming back on the boat from Thong Park today, I was just thinking about it, started scrolling, having a look at different areas, put something on Facebook, just asking people's advice. But I think I'm at my limit of exploitation of what I want to do here. I've got another trip booked tomorrow, the Pig Island, Coral Island, Pig Island. You'll see the little piggies. Bit of swimming and snorkeling again. And I could do something else the other day, like ATV, quad biking and stuff like that. But I'm like, do you know what? You can do that anywhere. And then I'll just be coming back here and be bored again. So the option is to check out early, lose a day of the booking, and it was £50 odd a night here. I'll be losing that. Should be a shame. But just weighing it up, it's like, well, it's either stay for the sake of because I've paid for it, and then maybe it sours the experience here a little bit. It's like, I can't wait to get out of there in the end. Or put it down to Lone Wolf Grizzly experience and head off somewhere else. Thinking Phuket at the minute. A few people have mentioned it. I mean, the list is endless of places I could go. Thinking it's got a bit more going on there. Not that I would normally gravitate towards touristy backpackers, but it's something different. I haven't seen that yet. So it would be nice to see a little bit of that as well, that side of it. Maybe go out, pay for like a pub crawl or whatever, drink cola, but just go out and see what's happening and chat to a few people on it. But also, it's not just that. I can still book day trips out to Koh Phi Phi, stunning locations like that as well, and get the days out and then just see a little bit of action in the evenings. So that's why sitting at the top of the list at the minute, selling itself to me, whatever, it's 50 quid in it. What I like to do in these situations is, I might have mentioned it on these travels, is if it looks like I'm losing out on money or I've spent something needlessly, I try and like balance it out and justify it with other things. So even looking at this straight away, the flights from here to Phuket is like £15 cheaper the day before. So I'm like, well, actually, that's 15 quid chipped off it. And the other one is, I'll just book a fucking shithole in Phuket. I mean, not quite shithole ghetto in Miami, or that place I stayed in Chinatown in New York, which is just not even a box room. You couldn't even praise it by going in a box room. Not quite on that level, but just a basic hotel room. No pool, no gym, no breakfast included. Just somewhere I can put my stuff, have a place to myself, and then launch out from. And then that bounces out on it. For that 50 odd quid last year, we make that back. I've seen some shitholes on there already. It's like £10 a night. And they're not hostels, like sharing a dormitory. You get your own room, like a tenner a night. I'm like, job done. 3 or 4 nights down there. I think I paid 30 quid in Pattaya. So I'm saving 20 quid a night on what I was willing to pay for somewhere else. So easily making that day back. So I think that's going to happen. I'm going to have something to eat here, settle down, and have a little look around. See if I can find something. If you're going to be a bear, you may as well be a grizzly.